Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Separate Ways Part 6. So, we are officially done with the castle. I've gotten everything that I can from the castle, did all the side quests that are over here, but the only thing that I'm missing is one of the treasures, which was at the very beginning of the game. And I didn't even check my map because I didn't think that there would be treasure right there in the beginning area, but there was. It was a small chest. I looked it up. It was a small chest with a ruby in it, and I missed it completely. But that's okay. I mean, we've gotten everything else, and I made sure that I did everything else. So one treasure is fine. I mean, in the base game, I missed like I want to say one or two treasures as Leon.
Leon.
Ah, damn it.
Looking for something? You look like you've got something to say.
I have something to ask you. But I don't think I'll get a straight answer. Raccoon City. You know, after the incident, the world changed. Try to save one person, 100 others die. I guess I changed too.
You? Leon S. Kennedy. You haven't changed. You just think you have.
So here's my question. Have you changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
What do you think? We're here. Don't think too hard, handsome. See you later.
Story of my life.
Whose blood are you here for this time? Mine or Sadler's?
That all depends on you. Change of plans. Of course, you're free to refuse.
Think that gun's gonna be enough?
Interesting.
Okay. I'll do it. But cost you extra.
Wise decision. I'll send you the new coordinates. And remember, I do not like...
Waiting, I know. I've got a ways to go.
So I think that it's interesting that Wesker is here again making that request of us. Of course, it's not a request, it's a command. We either do it or we don't, and if we don't, he tidies up loose ends, which means we disappear or we have to disappear because we'll be dead. That's as Ada. But it implies, though, that he's very close by, which makes sense given that in Revelations, I think it's like Dead Aim. It's a GBA game that stars Leon, and he's on a ship with Barry, and it's a umbrella ship that has a laboratory on it that they're doing a bunch of experiments and stuff. There's also in Resident Evil 6, there's an underwater facility that was an umbrella facility that they're doing research on. In Revelations, there's also the Queen Zenobia and like sister ships that are used as water research facilities. And in Resident Evil 7, there's the ship that Ethan's wife works on as security detail, where it's also being used as a research facility slash transportation of bioweapons and things. with what I said earlier about Wesker being close by, like on a research vessel or something like that, I also think that he's possibly the one that set the charges to the facility here, because I thought that it was Ada that was doing it, but given that we have never gotten any prompting for explosives or anything, so I think that he's the one that's setting the charges, and that the briefcase that we're carrying is like a signal booster, which is why he wants it on the communication hub. So then all of the charges that he sets with their antennas and stuff like that, he would be able to remotely explode them from a distance, now that he has control of the communications for the facility.
Should be just up ahead, but getting through won't be easy.
Dealt with a request, have ya? Oh, today's great. Well, look at you.
We're gonna go ahead and turn in the request here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do any of my restocks that I need. I'm going to go ahead and buy the last small key, because according to the map, there's one last lock drawer in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and just unlock it to get the treasure from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy the small key. But I'm also going to take the time to update my weapons and tune them up to where I want them to be, because we're hitting the research facility first. And in the research facility is, of course, the regenerators. I want to be prepared at least for them, just because I don't like them. I don't like the way they sound. I don't like the way that they jiggle and move now. It's like ill. So we're gonna go ahead and just restock, tune up, sell weapons, all that good stuff before we head on to the research facility.
Will that be all then? Pleasant travels.
Lights out. Here, catch.
Something I didn't do in the base game was shoot this enemy's arm because I didn't know that you could. I every time that I tried to, I think I ended up missing it. So I was just like, it probably doesn't have a hitbox or anything, but it turns out that it does. So that's pretty cool. I wish there's a way though that we could take out this enemy beforehand, because before I dropped in here, I took the time to basically kill the enemies that I could see from the ground, and I couldn't see anybody else. I probably could have seen maybe some more people if I had went back up to the top, because there's an option to be able to use the lift to go back to the top, but I didn't want to because sometimes games, especially Resident Evil, will restock areas with other enemies after you've already been through it. So I didn't want to take the chance to be up there just in case, like, their enemies would appear behind me and start, you know, attacking me and stuff.
Sorry I'm late.
No. We brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
He was worried about you. Until the end. Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
Ada, come in. There's a lab where we can remove the parasites. Had a crazy hunch that you'd know where it is.
Their most important facilities are housed in their sanctuary at the top of the mountain. That's where I'd look.
Ada the encyclopedia.
Happy to help. Now you owe me. Don't die on me now. Locked.
I feel like this is a part of the game that Ada is starting to question why Wesker wants to Amber so badly. And while she still holds like a cynical worldview, given that her line of work deals with a lot of very powerful people wanting things that are not good for other people. Either that's espionage, in which she picks up secrets, bioweapons, in which people pay her to infiltrate like other research facilities and pick up like their research in bioweapons or biochemicals that they're more than likely going to use for military use.
Why not treat yourself, mate? Welcome. What can I interest you in? Ruby, thank you. That cash in your pocket or your life. Easy choice, mate. Got a selection of pleasant... travels.
So we got in another request to find ornate beetles, and they're somewhere within the research facility, which is wonderful. That's great. Now we have to worry about picking up very small, like, beetles, as well as worry about regenerators trying to kill us. So I guess it's good that I stocked up before coming in here and also tuned up my weapons.
I could use this. I need to open this to get to the comms facility. It needs some power, though.
I think it would have been fun for the merchant to have like a section where it's like most popular weapons or most popular items as, you know, bought by Leon, because I think that would have been fun little thing, so then we could see what Leon is buying while we're playing as Ada, or what Ada is buying if we were playing as Leon. And if my theory is correct that Wesker is running around here, what Wesker is buying. Like, what is he buying more of? Just weapons? Or is he just kind of visiting the merchant and just upgrading his knife, you know? I think that would have been fun. Did I mention how much I hate regenerators? I don't think you guys are understanding the amount of how much I hate them. I don't like their jiggly gray bodies and the fact that they have the ability to slide across the floor. Like the floor is just a piece of ice and they're a penguin. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like the ragged breathing that we hear that's coming from them. Like, I know that they probably have like deviated septums or something like that because they don't have noses, they just have mouths, and you know, they're abominations, so of course, you know, they're not going to have like a basically any type of actual breathable lungs. But I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And I don't like that when you play in Revelations, you get a version of them, which is like these gray ones that don't have any faces, which is great. That they have mouths, which is not great. And I just, in general, I don't like enemies that are like this because, ugh, it's just gross. So right across from me is an examination room. You may remember it when you come in this area as Leon because you have to use the computer to open up that room back there. So someone had found when they were playing through that when you turn on the lights for this area, the regenerator's eyes open. But when you walk into this area when it's dark, the regenerator's eyes are closed. And so I think the regenerator that's in that room is actually the one that was resting on the table. But we've actually fought like a whole bunch of different ones, and they didn't disclose how many there were. They just said all of them escaped, which is, kind of wonderful to hear that all of your experiments that are highly dangerous and do not differentiate between friend and foe escaped from your security your secure facility and got past security by killing them. That's wonderful to hear.
That was bound to happen.
So, according to the request, somebody stole the second ornate beetle. Because we don't know who it is, and I really don't want to have to run around this whole facility while it's dark like this to try to figure out who's got it, I'm going to go ahead and just look it up, and then when I find where it is, I will let you guys know. So, I mentioned before that I don't like regenerators, but I also don't like the fact that sometimes, depending on how well you play, I think this game has adaptive difficulty, just like with Resident Evil 2 remake that had the adaptive difficulty, but sometimes regenerators will mutate into Iron Maidens. And in this case, this Iron Maiden is always going to be at the end of the hallway. But I'm really glad that I have not played well enough that I have to deal with any of the regenerators that I fought so far turning into Iron Maidens.
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, stranger. Welcome, stranger. Well then, what can I do you for? This is what I'm talking about. Pleasant travels. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose. That's good work, if I do say so myself. You'll try that on for size. Dazzled, are you? Sad to say that's the end of the road for that weapon. Packs a punch. Enough for most, at least. We're starting to get an idea of your tastes, friend. Dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. Why not try your hand? I don't always have this in stock, stranger. Stocking up while you can. Anything to come back. Any time.
All right, so I ended up looking up where the second ornate beetle is, and it's actually in the first area that we dropped into when we started the research facility in the cryogenic vat room. I wish I'd known that when I dropped in there the first time because I really didn't want to have to deal with it again, but it's in this room and it's actually in the regenerator that's in the cryogenic tube. It's kind of like when you come in here as Leon and the regenerator has a key card, and so you just kind of get rid of it and get the key card. But what I didn't know is that this guy would be in here, and that's, you know, pretty cool that they spawned this guy down there for me to find. I really love this game. But jokes aside, I think that's interesting that they basically, like, they knew that people needed to come over to this area to get the second ornate beetle, and they were like, cool, we're going to spawn a heavy enemy there so that you use all of your ammo on him and then have to fight the regenerator.
Hoped. To see you again soon, stranger.
So now that we've taken care of the heavy, we gotta come over here and take care of the regenerator that has the beetle. You can see its outline and its body, but that kind of makes me wonder if the regenerator ate it before or after they turned into a regenerator. Because we know that the Plagas makes these guys basically mindless. They're not gonna eat anything, but their body will probably go through the motions and they'll just kind of eat whatever off the floor. And I wonder if when they stole it, they were like, ooh, tasty, and swallowed it, or they had it on them like a brooch, and then when they mutated, their body basically like grew over the beetle, trapping it inside them. Because in Resident Evil, when you mutate, sometimes you end up like losing your clothes, or sometimes the mutation just gets so out of control, like it just grows over anything that you're wearing, because you basically turn into a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. You just turn to slush and then get reformed into something horrific. But now that we've gotten it, we're going to go back and sell it to the merchant so that we can get rid of this request. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and put the battery into the door. That way we can just head on through because we're actually out of time. So we're at the end of our video. I'm going to go ahead and do some trading. Now that I have some treasure that I can sell to him, I'm going to go ahead and just pick up anything that I've missed, any jewels, any resources, anything like that, just to kind of help us out in the next area, because I don't know when we're going to see the merchant again. I hope that you guys are enjoying these. I'm really enjoying the game so far, and I'm really talking about, you know, Resident Evil with you guys because I really like the world of it, and I want to give it like a good treatment, basically. Like, I want to take my time in the games and kind of explore as much as I can. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. I'll keep a lookout for items that suit